Hi guys, it's Mrs. Everly. For today's mini lesson, I want to talk about differing viewpoints. And like I always say, you guys, stop the video, look at this, read it over, reference it when you guys are doing the jots. That's totally up to you. But I want to talk today about differing viewpoints. And you guys, when we talk about differing viewpoints, it's how people have different opinions on a scene, on a character, what a character says, how a character responds to a situation. So that's differing viewpoints. Like how I feel or what I believe could be very different than how you see a character or how you perceive a scene or a reaction. So I just said how you feel about a scene, book, or character. Really thinking about like how your character is acting, what's happening to your character, and then how your character responds to that. It's all ideas are debatable. So when it comes down to a viewpoint, you guys, or the actions that a character does, it's always debatable. So if I have an idea about a character, that's my idea. Someone else might have a completely different idea, and that's what makes it debatable. Because again, I believe that I am correct, and this other person, another person might believe that they're correct, and then we might have a conversation about why I believe what I do, and then they can share with me what they believe, and then we might go back and forth. And you guys, this is very similar to a debate. This is like the steps of a debate. And I know you guys love to argue, so this should be a fantastic strategy to use. And really think about not only what you believe, but what could be a different perspective on this scene. What could be someone else's viewpoint, and acknowledge that viewpoint. And then it just says, pick a powerful scene and ask yourself, do you agree with how the character reacted or said? So really thinking about did that really just happen in a book? And ask yourself, do you agree with how your character responded? Do you agree with how your character acted? Do you agree with what they said? And again, you guys, you look at your own life, how you would respond to the situation, how you've seen other people respond. Would it be similar? Would it be different? Do you think this character is unjustified to have the feelings that they do? Do you think that the character is acting bratty? Do you think that the character had the right to feel the way that they did? Do you agree with what they said or how they feel? And the last one is, once you have a side, find text evidence to support your thinking. You guys, here's the thing. We all can have opinions on something, but what makes it a debatable idea or even a different viewpoint is having the evidence to support it. So what in the book makes you think this way? What evidence or what text supports your thinking, and then most importantly, what text provides you with examples that's gonna prove that your idea is important or that your idea is the best idea. So an example of this, you guys, is that you could say Charlie is lonely because it's her fault, or you could say Charlie's lonely because of her actions. And you guys, this is again where you might have two different viewpoints. If we went with that Charlie is lonely because it's her own fault, you could say that she pushes away people. She actually physically harms them, so people don't want to be around that. She doesn't try at school, so she doesn't try to make friends. She doesn't try to be kind or considerate to other people. She's even mean to the teachers. You could even say she's got a bad attitude, and when it comes down to it, people don't want to be around people who have a bad attitude. You could say that she doesn't really open up to people, and she doesn't tell them how she feels. So if she's not opening up to her sister, that's her own fault. How is her sister supposed to be able to read her mind if she doesn't tell her sister how she feels? Or if she really is mad at her mom and she wants her mom to snap out of it, she needs to have a conversation with her mom. So that would be one viewpoint, okay, on that situation, that it is Charlie's fault why she's lonely, okay? And then I use text evidence to support that. Now, the other side of this, or the other viewpoint of this, is that Charlie's lonely because of all the things that has happened to her. So it's out of her control, that it isn't her fault. And we could say, she doesn't have a sister who she's really close with, okay? And, we could say that the reason why, they are close, Jackie and her are close, but there's a huge age difference between them. And so they have different interests, and, that's kind of the case. She has a dad who's in jail, so she has no one to talk to. You could say that her mom doesn't talk to anyone, that her mom just stays in a bathrobe and stays at the house and doesn't talk to anyone. So she doesn't have a mom that cares about her. She's sent to a place where she doesn't want to be. She doesn't know the people. She doesn't trust the people. And she's put up a wall because of all the things that have happened to her and all the people who have disappointed her. So again, you guys, like I said, this is a differing viewpoint and really looking at a scene or a situation or how you perceive a character and their actions, and not only saying how you feel, but also acknowledging the other side and then using text evidence to support that. Goodbye.